Hey, this is Tyler Skidmore with Fly Rod Chronicles and West Virginia Fly Guys here. And today we're going to be tying a stimulator. A stimulator fly is one of those flies that you can kind of make your own as far as the colors and everything that goes into it. And they're really a good brook trout catching machine. I'm going to start by using a partridge hook here. It's a Sage Caddis in a size 14. And for my stimulator today, I'm going to be doing a blue thread, and it's in 6/0. This is kind of an exciting tying video here because it's my first video of me using the Apex vise from Wolf Industries. And it's a pretty cool vise. This is one of the first flies that I've tied on it, and I'm excited to see how it goes. So we're going to start by dressing our thread here. And once I get that tag in, singed down to the hook, I'm just going to snip it free. I'll work my way down the hook shank here until I get to about the barb of the hook. I'm going to create a ball of thread right here. I'm just going to overlap some thread wraps right here on the barb point that will make that hair splay. I'm going to take my hair that I already have stacked, and this is just bleached coastal deer hair. You can use elk, you can use deer. It's basically whatever you want. I'm going to measure it out. I want it to be about hook gap in length here. So that right there looks good. I'm going to take one loose wrap on it, another loose wrap, and I'm going to tighten it down. I'm just going to continue to take wraps to butt it up against that ball so the hair will splay pretty well here. And yeah, it looks pretty good. And I'm going to come in, I'm going to cut my hair. And I'm just going to continue to work my scissors through here, trying not to cut my tying thread. It's happened plenty of times. If you do, it's no big deal. Come in here. These scissors I got are new scissors as well. They came from Mr. Bill Pierce with Wolf Industries as well. And I'd heard before I got them, they were world's sharpest scissors. And so far that's held true. I don't think I've ever had a pair of scissors quite this sharp. Now we don't want that to happen. We don't want our deer to spin, so I'm going to hold it down and I'm just going to keep tightening. I'm going to try to smooth all this out. I'm going to rotate my bobbin counterclockwise, give it a good spin. Make sure that our thread lays flat. We don't build up any bulk in the fly. And I'm just going to continue to work my way back up until I get to my original tie-in point here. The stimulator is one of those bugs that you can make it look super clean and fine, and you can make it look pretty buggy also. I'm going to grab some tinsel here. Sometimes I dub the body, sometimes I use tinsel on the body, sometimes I use floss. It's really up to you what you want to do. The floss I'm using is called Hemingway's. It's from Frosty Fly Fishing. They have it on their website. It's pretty easy to get. Tie that in there. Work my way back up. Give my thread a counterclockwise spin. And work back down. When I get down here, I'm going to tie in my UTC Ultra wire. And in this case, I'll be using blue. Size small, I should add. Get that tied down to the hook there. Make sure I'm nice and flat. I don't want to have any rough spots in this because I gotta wrap this tinsel. I want it to look pretty clean and good for this one. I'm just gonna start doing touching wraps all the way down the hook shank here. So I get to where my thread is. This can be somewhat tedious at times, but it looks good when it's done. Key here is just to make sure that we're uniform with our wraps and everything looks like it's together. And alright, when I get down to my thread here, I'm gonna bring my thread around it, tie it in, bring it around it again. Pretty good and tied in there. I'm gonna snip it free, save the excess for the next one. Now I'm going to take my Whiting Farms Hackle that I've already prepared, and I've pulled out the barbills. I'm going to grab the tip of it. I'm going to take one side of the feather, and I'm going to rip these barbills down and just peel them off as I go here. This will give us a very clean look to our hackle wraps. I'm going to tie this thread or this hackle in facing away from me and try to keep it on the top of the hook shank. Now, so we want it to, whenever we wrap, we want the concave side to be facing this way. Come in, snip my stem free, and I'm going to start wrapping. I do one wrap, touching here, and now I'm going to do open spiraled wraps all the way down to where my wire is. And when I get there, I'm going to bring it up around, and I'm going to use my wire to catch it. And now I'm going to counter wrap my wire through these hackle wraps, trying not to catch any hackle. If that happens, it's not a big deal. This good life goes by. And one more turn, I'm going to tie my wire off down here. Helicopter my wire free. I'm going to take my scissors, I'm going to go down here, and I'm going to snip this butt into this hackle out, just like that. And now I'm going to smooth down where I tied my hackle in, because that is where our wing is going to go. Make sure everything's facing the hook point here. When you're tying stimulators, it's all about spacing. The more you tie, the better you'll get at them. I think this was actually the first tie that I ever made. It's the first fly I ever tied. I tied, felt like hundreds of them before I got one that I liked. If you're a beginner fly tyer, I wouldn't recommend doing a stimulator for your first one. It was kind of a mistake. I'm gonna stack more deer hair here. I'm gonna use a little bigger clump than I did on the butt end. Not much bigger, but a little bit. I'll give you good stacking here. Turn my stacker sideways, pull out the tips. Get those final guard hairs out and ones that didn't stack properly. Looks pretty good. And I'm going to measure it. Now, some people go to the beginning tie-in point of your butt end. Some go a little farther. I always go to about the beginning there. Seems like a pretty good point to me. It's personal preference. Everybody's different. Everybody ties these different. There's the same general baseline way to tie a stimulator, but I'm going to come in, I'm going to trim those at an angle. And I'm going to just make sure that it's nice and clean. I'm going to hold these feathers in place. I'm going to pull down on my thread real tight and begin wrapping around it. I'm going to make sure that my thread dam here is very even. Counterclockwise bobbin spin. Keep our thread flat. And I'm going to wrap back down to the eye of the hook. I'm going to grab my other set of Whiting Farms feathers. So just grizzly saddle hackle. Just like before, I'm going to peel off the barbules from one side of the stem. I'm going to lay it on just like before. And once I get back up here, I'm going to lay it on like I did before. Tighten down and wrap all the way back to the hook eye. Just snip my stem free. And I'm going to do touching wraps all the way down to my tie-in point, tie-off point. Use Hackle pliers for this one. When you're doing touching wraps with Hackle, just be careful with it. Don't go too fast. Don't get ahead of yourself, because this really does make the difference of the fly, whether it looks good or not. Once I get here, I'm going to tie it off. Maybe one more wrap here. Now I'm going to tie it off by coming around it and over it. And I'm going to go in front, a couple wraps, and I'm going to snip my stem free. I'm going to try to lay all these fibers, barbules from the Hackle back and wrap right in front of them, so I'm making sure that everything's laying the correct way. Give my thread a good spin. I'm going to come in with my whip finish. Give it 5 or 6 turns. Tighten my knot down. Cut my tying thread free. I've got a stray barbule here. I don't know if you can see it or not. I'm just going to come in, snip that. And that is our stimulator. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Also, you can go to www.westvirginiaflyguys.com for more. And thank you, Bill Pierce, for the brand new vise. Come back next week for the Fly Tying Fridays.